Exciting radio.
There's a wonderful and exciting world out there when we discover that we don't need TV to entertain us. He said anus.
Elvis Duran and the Morning Show.
So, tell me about this nightclub called Zamboni in New York City.
Oh.
Now, is this even legal? I mean, I don't even know if there's a problem here. But anyway, go ahead. Tell them the story.
Okay. So a story broke maybe like a week or two ago about a nightclub called Zamboni. They're calling it a luxury nightclub here in the city, where they've decided that there is one zodiac sign they will not allow in. And it is because they've realized that every time there is a fight or a brawl of some sort, the person responsible is that zodiac sign. So they said, just to make it easy and have a good time and make sure we're all safe, these people are not allowed in there anymore. And I wanted guesses from you guys as to which zodiac sign that was, because it actually surprised me. I would have guessed Scorpio.
I would have guessed Gemini.
What's wrong with Scorpios?
Gemini would have been my second guess. You know what's wrong with
Gemini would have been my first guess. Because I'm married to a Gemini. I would never let him in my nightclub.
Right.
I'm kidding. I don't know which zodiac sign is it.
Aries.
What?
Danielle, you're out.
That's my sign. I'm very nice. I don't cause problems in the club.
I don't know. If one of us was to get in a bar fight, I'd put my money on you.
Oh, yeah.
So they're saying Aries, in their experience as a club and, fights and skirmishes in the club, they knew they were. How do they know they were all Aries? They checked their ID.
Well, I mean, they've got their ID. I'm sure if people are getting arrested, they take a look, see what's going on over there.
So they're saying Aries causes the most turmoil in a club.
Yeah, because of that, they're banned.
Wow.
So that means I have to go get a fake ID if I'm an Aries if I want to go to Zamboni.
Maybe.
Wow.
I'd like to know if they're really sticking to this or if they just, are using it as, hey, if we suspect something and you're an Aries, you're out. I don't know.
I've only had one club fight, and it wasn't my fault. It was years ago.
Happens to the best of us.
Yeah, I see. Look, I'm not really a big believer in people, with the profile of a person and the way they are because of their sign. Mm-hmm. But we do see some connections. Like, I'm a Leo, and they say that Leos are a bunch of a-holes. Mm-hmm. We're controlling a-holes. Okay, I'll give you that. And what is your sign, Gandhi?
I'm Sagittarius. And I mean, if you were to look at the characteristics of the Sagittarii, it's spot on. We are flighty and we cannot be pinned down. We like to have a good time, maybe sometimes too honest for our own good. There's a lot that I'm like, oh, yeah, okay. I see that.
And Danielle, as an Aries, you are known as
I have no idea.
Okay.
I've never really looked into. I like the Aries sign because I feel like my dad gives me signs with that sign, but I've never honestly even looked to see what an Aries is. So I don't know.
So I know that my best match, according to the signs, is an Aries man. Who apparently are insane, and this makes a lot of sense.
Oh, there you go.
Insanity. Yeah. Oh, there you go. A club that says you cannot come in. I mean, you get there, and they say, I need to see your ID, please. And they look at you. No, Aries, no.
Yeah, you're not coming.
Go.
Danielle, this is totally you.
What is it?
A go-getter who balances work and personal life. You can switch from a homebody to a night on the town easily. That's totally you.
That is totally me.
That is totally you.
There you go.
Yeah.
And most likely to cause a fight at a nightclub.
And Diamond says, hands down, this is the right choice, that Aries are the worst, that they're menaces. And they shouldn't be allowed in.
Well, turn on Diamond. Diamond, why are you saying that?
Well, my dad is an Aries, and so is my sister, and so is my best friend now that I'm thinking about it. All three of them have one thing in common.
What?
They lose it at the drop of a dime. Like, I'm saying, like, 1 to 10 within 30 seconds, and then they calm right back down like nothing ever happened. And I'm like, no, I totally get it.
That is me. I will get so upset, and then 5 minutes later, I'm like, doo-doo-doo.
Yeah.
I'm like, can we pretend that didn't happen?
I know. And everyone around is like walking around like, what happened to that?
Yeah.
Right.
You're mad 1 minute, and they're like, okay, so what's for dinner?
It's like a goldfish. So they go around the bowl.
The dust hasn't even settled in the room, and Danielle's like, yeah, everything's great. I'm great. What happened?
All right. Well, so where'd you get that Aries description? Where'd that come from?
I just Googled it. I said Aries female traits, and this is what Google kicked back to me.
Okay, look up Leo. Tell me more about me.
Traits of a Leo man, and it does matter which gender you are. You are loyal, creative, protective, possessive, stubborn, confident, passionate, charismatic.
Okay, so hear me out. Mm-hmm. All those descriptors you just gave us?
Yeah.
Wouldn't that describe all of us? I mean,
no.
pretty much.
No, but that definitely described you for sure.
And that's not nearly as bad as a Scorpio. Can we get back to Scorpio? Because if you look at
What's wrong with Scorpios?
Read the Scorpio one.
Hold on.
It's
Read it.
fiery, jealousy, anger. They are not meant to be.
See, I thought that of Gemini. Okay, read Scorpio.
Okay.
Very
The
jealous.
Scorpio man.
Or female. Which one?
Both.
Man, woman.
Oh, which one?
Well, no, we can't do both. Just do one or the other.
I'm the male.
All right, I'm going to give it to
Scorpio.
you, Froggy, because you are the male.
Okay.
It says that you are intense, scary, secretive, sexual, sensual, deep, and vengeful.
Vengeful. There you
Oh
go.
my gosh.
Okay. I agree. I'm all of that stuff.
You do? I don't think so. I mean, some of it, but not all of that.
I can be vengeful.
Oh my
If you screw me over, I'll screw you back. No problem.
Go to line 20, Kamitra. Let's see.
Good morning.
Is this Kamitra?
It is.
Okay, so you say, absolutely, if you owned that nightclub called Zamboni, you would not allow Aries in your nightclub either. Why is that?
Absolutely not. I don't blame them one bit. The most toxic sign that I know is Aries.
What?
If you want,
To be
listen,
fair,
they are
go
arrogant.
ahead.
They're arrogant and narcissistic and so trauma filled.
First of all,
And-
I am not any of those things.
Yeah,
I don't know
Danielle's not any of that.
who you're dealing with over there.
Oh,
but
stars don't say
I
that
mean,
on air.
isn't it easy
I'm
for us,
sorry,
Kamitra? Hear
Danielle.
me out. No, hear me out, Kamitra. Isn't it easy for us to make this kind of judgment because we've been burned by one person
Yeah.
who so happened to have been an Aries?
Right.
Or are you talking about dozens of people you know who are Aries and they're all a bunch of idiots?
Well, I have a very personal connection to an Aries, and he is so toxic, and he's angry all the time, but volatile. The drop of a hat, he goes straight to 20. He's in prison right now, if that means anything.
Well, I hope he's calming down in the prison.
wait, is he in prison right now?
He's in prison.
I'm not on.
I
He's been
wonder
in a few
if
times.
most prisoners. I wonder if most incarcerated people are Aries.
Aries.
Can we do a study? All right. Well, look. I'm not going to say you're wrong, Kamitra, because obviously your experience with Aries has been awful, and I'm glad that you're on a better path without this guy in your life. So good for you. Absolutely.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Oh, Kamitra, thank you for listening. What's that, Nate?
I was just wondering. Okay.
I'm sorry. What?
So her ex is in prison. Do you think his cellmate was concerned about his sign? Right? Like, oh God, he's an Aries. I don't want to be bunking with him. Oh,
That'd be hilarious.
Could
I
you
don't know. I
imagine?
think at that point we don't have much of a say so. I don't think.
I don't think so.
All right. Is Sandra still on line 19?
Yeah.
No, Sandra, you are an Aries, and you totally get it.
I-
You're agreeing with Kamitra, the last caller, that you're toxic and the worst.
All right. Well, no. Now, she threw out some fighting words, but I will say, in general, I'm kind of a dick. And I know it about myself, you know?
All right.
But wait,
So I think, yes.
do you blame the sign, the stars, for you being that? Or do you take a little responsibility because maybe that's on you also?
No, I mean, I think, all right, I will blame my dad a little bit because he's a dick. We'll start there if we're pointing fingers. And then I will also say I'm a very self-aware jerk. So it's like, it's maybe not the sign, it's me, but I fall into the Aries category. So I understand we're fiery. I'm 0 to hero, like they're saying. You know, it's one of those things where I will snap at you, and then 2 seconds later, I'm like, so what's going on? How's the weather today? You know?
Get out of here.
All right.
Yeah, no,
Now, are you the kind of
So,
person,
it's okay.
Sandra, are you the kind of person that would say, hey, don't cross me. You don't even know how mad I can get. Or you haven't even heard mad yet. I'm going to let you know. I mean, do you warn people because you know they're about to push a button on you, and so you're like, you need to back off. I'm warning you.
You know, I think the older I get, yes, young me would have been very much so, go ahead and look at the chart and you can figure it out on your own. But at this point, I think for my own inner peace and the fact that I know that my rage is so present that I do kind of try to say, listen, I'm going to walk away. But if they choose to stick around, that's on them.
Okay. I like that. You start to push my buttons. I'm going to look at you in the eye and go, you know what? I'm warning you. You have no idea.
Yeah,
I am caged heat.
Yes. And it's like I don't want to be a jerk, but it's there and it creeps out when you push me.
Wow. Okay. All right. Well, thanks for the warning.
Yeah.
And I love your self-awareness. It's very enlightening. I love that. And I'm not going to mess with you. We're gonna like nothing to see here. Sandra's on the phone.
Right. As I'm cussing you out in my head, I'm going, please stop that. Why are you doing that? Please don't do that to them. But it just continues,
All right, Sandra, the Aries, we're going to leave you alone. Have a great day, and let's not poke the bear.
Thank you. You guys are awesome. I appreciate you.
Thank you for not hurting us. Thank you.
Yeah.
Carry on. And there you go. I never knew. Before this conversation, before this nightclub edict saying no one can come in if they're an Aries, I didn't even know there was a problem with Aries until now.
Me either.
And there you go.
Ever wondered what we look like?
Do you think I look inbred?
I do. Follow us on Instagram at Elvis Duran Show. Elvis Duran in the Morning Show.
Check it out.
Good morning. You're so appreciated, and I love you guys so much.
Elvis Duran in the Morning Show.
All right, let's get into some fresh horoscopes for Wednesday. The stars never lie on Wednesday. Who are you doing your horoscopes with today?
How about Scotty B?
How about Scotty B? All right, Snotty, let's go.
A lot of birthdays today. If it's your birthday, you share it with Margot Robbie, Lindsay Lohan, Ashley Tisdale, Larry David, and Saweetie.
Oh, wow. Saweetie.
Capricorn, the challenge ahead will require some help. Don't be too proud to accept. Your day is a 7.
Aquarius, you do a lot of reflecting and a lot of planning. Spend time in the now today. Your day's an 8.
Pisces, you're too clever to be fooled. If someone is giving you a strange feeling, listen to it. Your day's a 9.
Aries, your younger self is so impressed with some of the risks you've taken, so keep making them proud. Your day's an 8.
Taurus, manage those expectations. Setting them too high leaves a lot of room for disappointment. Your day is a 6.
Gemini, wanting to give up will make you all the more proud of yourself for pressing forward, so trudge through. Your day's a 10.
Cancer, the sky is not the limit. Your belief is. Believe that you can do more and you'll get there. Your day is a 9.
Leo, quit something that deserves to be dropped. You're not giving up, you're reprioritizing. Your day's a 7.
Virgo, are you moving the right way or have you gotten stagnant? Refresh your goals for yourself. Your day is a 9.
Hey Libra, your heart knows what it wants, so you can't be afraid to follow it. Your day's a 6.
Scorpio, standing up for yourself is hard, but if you don't respect your own boundaries, others won't either. Your day is a 5.
And finally, Sagittarius, life is not a race, it's a rhythm. So find your own beat and dance confidently. Your day's an 8, and those are your Wednesday morning horoscopes.
You know what? It's so hard to keep up with the adventures of Froggy and Lisa.
Yeah.
It's like I feel like I know Ricky and Lucy Ricardo. I mean, they really are. They are the Ricardos of Jacksonville.
That's hysterical.
So when my phone rings in the afternoon and it's Froggy, I know when I pick it up, his first thing out of his mouth is always, "Let me ask you a question." Yesterday's was this. I see Froggy. I'm like, "Hey, Frog, what's up?" "Hey, let me ask you a question." And so I know that Lisa's right next to him. Right. So one of my chores in the house is to vacuum, but we got a Roomba. So that does most of the work. So now Lisa thinks she has to add another chore to my list because now the Roomba took that one off my list.
Yeah, no.
I'm like, really? Is this today's Ricky and Lucy fight? What?
No, it's not. I'm not adding another chore because I have to manage the Roomba. And here's what else I did. I went on the app and I named the Roomba Froggy. So when it vacuums, it says Froggy is vacuuming. So technically, I am vacuuming. Okay, there. So I have to manage it, and for anybody
manage it? Turn it on.
I'll tell you. Okay, well, somebody gave us this Roomba. I'd never had one before. So no, you have to go around and tell it like, is this an obstacle? Is it a temporary obstacle? You have to pick up things. I pick up things off the floor first, so it does its vacuum. So there are things that you have to do to manage it. So I do that, and that is involved in the vacuuming. So it's not like I don't do anything. I'm still doing something. So you're not adding any more to my list. Sorry, not happening. Am I right, Scary?
You are right. I just got one as well, and I'm learning about it. And yes, you must actually go into, after it's finished vacuuming, you have to actually look at the pictures that it hit while it was doing the sweeping. You're like, wait a second, that's an obstacle that's not going to be...
But hold on, guys. As soon as you have it all set up, it's set up for life. It's done. This is not like a daily management for the rest of your lives.
Not necessarily.
No, not necessarily. Okay, so pictures of things in the way.
What does she want to add to your list? What new chore were you going to receive?
I don't even know. I'm sure it's one of hers. I'm sure it's something that she does. She then wants me to do. Because we split the things evenly. So I do things, she does things. It's very 50-50. It's fine. But I'm not, but I still have to manage this thing. It's an undertaking, and I'm not going to take on more responsibility while she shirks hers. That's what I don't think is fair.
You know what? I'm still in
Hello.
charge of rewinding the VHS tapes in my house.
Oh, nice. How's that going?
Takes a while.
It's very time consuming. A friend of mine will, like, if anyone calls me and says, hey, or texts me and says, hey, we need to have a meeting. We'll meet you in the Zoom room. And I'm like, can we just talk on the phone? I don't want to look at a camera.
I will admit, if I'm the
I'm with
first
you.
one to the meeting, I will leave the meeting.
So,
like, say there's like a meeting with like a client or the salespeople or whatever. I'll go on, and it says you're the first to the meeting, waiting for them. Like, oh no, I'm not. And I go away, and then I wait, and I come back a couple minutes later because I don't want to be the first one sitting there like a dummy.
Right. Well, I'm that way with conference calls. You call the number and then you punch in your code, and it's like, you are the first conference member.
Oh no, I'm not.
You're like,
You're like,
no,
not
I'm
anymore, bitches.
I'll call back. I'll call back. I'm not going to sit here and just wait. And then you hear, boop, boop. You're like, who's there? Who is that?
Identify yourself.
Yes, Gary, what's
I'll tell you what makes me nervous is when, as the meeting is coming to an end, I'm like, all right, we're going to leave. Okay. And then I leave and I say, all right, I'm out of here. And they say, hey, you guys stay on the call. Scary, you can go. Because I immediately think that they're going to be talking about me behind my back. Like, wait a second. What was it that couldn't have been said in front of me that now you want to talk behind my back? Oh, I'm exiting the meeting.
Well, they're probably saying that we're going to keep meeting, but we're meeting on stuff that doesn't pertain to you, and you don't want to waste your time being here.
Or they're talking about me behind my back.
That's it. Okay,
They're
Scary
talking
Gone,
about you.
Let's talk about him. I doubt it's happening that way. No offense.
The best thing to do, Scary, is just turn your video off, like, that, and then they think you're gone if they don't check the participant
No, they
thing.
don't. They think you're a creep that turned your video camera off.
No,
and
you
you're
don't know
lurking in
because
the
you
room.
don't. No, you don't know I'm still there. It looks like I'm
I
gone
see
unless you have the participant window open. You can't see me right now.
But
Yeah,
don't most
I don't
people
see.
leave
I
that
don't
open?
see Froggy in the Zoom room
It
at
just
all.
says
Right.
Froggy.
I see him. With
You
his
see
camera
him?
off, lurking. No,
is
I see
creepy.
his screen. Yeah.
Oh, just a screen. Just a screen.
That's very creepy.
Yeah.
Turn that camera back on. Mike is on, I think, 24. Hit 24, Scary. Hi, Mike.
Hey, how are you guys?
Well, you know what? We're doing well. Thank you for asking. And in this world of Roombas, I don't have one, but if I had one, I'd have to give it a name. Like Froggy named his Froggy, so he's technically still vacuuming.
I'm doing the work.
It's not. Did you name your Roomba anything special?
I absolutely did. Dustbin Bieber.
Dustin Bieber. He would be so honored, I'm sure.
I love
Dustin
that. Right.
Bieber. Now, how long have you had your Roomba?
Only for a couple months, but that's the first thing I named it. First thing I thought of.
Do we like it? Do we like the Roomba?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I want one.
What about the dogs? Are the dogs okay with it?
The dogs at first, mine were freaked out by it. One was Rocky he doesn't really care. Rex, he follows it around as it works. So it's like I don't really know if it's good or bad, but he's not afraid of it. But it does. It works well, and I'm doing the vacuuming because
We've heard stories. We've heard stories, Mike, where if your dog poos on the floor and the Roomba gets it, it smears it all over the house.
Oh, but now they've got the dog poop guarantee that it won't get that. If it does, they'll give you a new Roomba and repair anything that it damages.
Well, who's going to come clean up the dog poop?
I don't know.
By the way, if you go to YouTube, there's so many videos of dogs riding their Roomba. I love it. Run thing. It's crazy.
The Roomba has taken over our lives. Hey, Mike, thank you. Have a beautiful day, and thanks for listening to us. You tell Dustin Bieber we said, yo, what's up?
I will. Thank you, guys. Have a good one.
You too. We're live. Don't use the F word.
The Mercedes-Benz Interview Lounge.
The Mercedes-Benz Dream Days are back with offers on vehicles like the 2025 E-Class, CLE Coupe, C-Class, and EQE Sedan. Hurry in now through July 31st. Visit your local authorized dealer or learn more at mbusa.com/dream.
Elvis Duran in the Morning Show.
Are we even on? Are our microphones turned on?
Elvis Duran in the Morning Show.
So we're just sitting here, and then out of nowhere, Danielle has this moment. She screams to the room, "I want a baby goat." You did.
Because I keep, I guess, Instagram knows your algorithm, whatever, and I must be looking at a lot of baby animals lately. And so now all of a sudden I'm getting these baby goat videos, and they're so cute.
They're so cute.
And the one that came up today, she has a little bow on her head, and I'm like, I want a baby goat. And then Scary has to blurt out, guess what? I just ate a baby goat. I'm like, really?
He said,
really?
In the DR, in Dominican Republic.
Yeah.
He said, they call it Dominican lamb.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. The guy.
And I said, well, but it's goat.
Yeah, no, yeah, well, that's the thing. See, the crazy thing is, they said it's Dominican, they call it Dominican lamb, and then we're sitting there, and it shows up looking like beef in a stew. And
So
I'm
you just ate what looked like beef.
Yeah.
They call lamb, but it's goat.
It tasted like beef too. It looked and tasted like beef. It had all these other. It had sharp bones in it, and I'm eating it, and then I'm like, halfway through the meal, I'm like, so this doesn't look like lamb. When I think of lamb, I think of lamb chops. So I said, so what is this? And we Googled it, and it says it translated to baby goat. It was a picture of a cute baby goat. I'm like,
okay.
So I ate goat.
And by the way, that's not unusual.
No. And it was so good.
Because I, you know what, in the Mexican culture, we would eat cabrito all the time. It was the ribs of the goat, right? It was
Indian
delicious.
People eat goat all the time.
Yeah, a lot of people eat goat.
Yeah,
but Danielle is like, well, wait, I want a baby goat.
He's
Well,
so
you know,
cute, and you're not coming over to visit him because I'm afraid of you now.
Scary brought his chef to visit your goat.
I just feel cultured now that I try. You know what? I'll have it again. And they did. Yeah.
Good. No, that's good. And we can all feel your excitement. And that's it. That's why I insist people travel to other countries, try other people's cuisine. You don't even have to travel to other countries. You can buy it here. You can go to Queens right here in New York, and oh my gosh, you can get some great food from such a diverse number of different cultures. And you got to do it. And I love that you're excited about it, even though you called it beef, lamb, and goat.
Yeah.
And you shattered Danielle's dream.
Right.
We
Daniel's
also
new.
tried mofongo. That was a good one.
Oh,
Okay, well you can get that everywhere too. What Nate?
I think I was like 35 when I realized that a Cornish game hen is actually just a baby chicken. Did you guys know this?
Oh, what? Yeah, of course.
I thought it was like a little bird that like ran around the forest.
So did I.
Okay, well, what about this? Last time you ordered squab, you want to know what a squab is? Go down to the street in New York City. They're walking around everywhere.
It's a pigeon?
Yeah.
Exactly.
They got to call it something other than what it is because you wouldn't order it if you said,
I'll take the pigeon.
I'll take the pigeon, please.
Well, you can order pigeon. It's okay.
Well, I'll take the extra dirty one. From,
And if they call anything a
Times
baby
Square?
anything, nobody
Yeah.
wants to eat the
No.
baby.
Well, it's veal.
Yeah.
It's a baby.
We
Didn't
like to
even
let them
have a
grow
chance.
up and then murder them.
Right.
Yes.
At least give him a chance. Give him a few
Yeah.
years, guys.
Well, isn't that what mutton is? Like it's like an old beef.
Yeah, it's old sheep that's been
old.
hanging in a shed for like 3 months.
See,
mutton chop.
you don't feel as bad. At least that mutton had a life.
There's that steakhouse, Keen's, everybody talks about. They go, you got to go for the mutton chop. It's an old sheep.
Yeah, that's been hanging.
A hanging sheep.
So
It's
does
been
it
hanging
taste,
around.
The older it is, the better it tastes.
I think it ages or something. It does something with the proteins, right, Elvis, or something?
I
like
don't
that?
know. I'm not gonna say because I don't know. I'm not gonna sit here and make stuff up. I don't know. I've eaten mutton. I don't know. I can't. I don't know. It has grape overtones. I taste vanilla and I taste smoke.
Tastes like you had a great life.
I know. It tastes like an old mutton. Well, but I'm so glad that you tried different food. I love that.
Yeah,
I love that.
It was great.
But I remember we were in France once, and we went to this restaurant, and that's known for serving offal, or offal, whatever you want to pronounce it, which is usually everything within the animal, right? From snoot to poot, as they call it, from the nose to the butthole.
Snoot to toot.
And so they did offer us horse. And I know that a lot of cultures eat horse. I couldn't do it. I drew the line. I could not, because I grew up with horses. Like I can't eat those. But we all grew up eating beef. But let's talk about cultures that would never eat the sacred cow.
Right.
You know?
Back to the Indians.
Yeah.
Yes.
Exactly. But do you eat beef?
Oh yeah.
Gandhi?
Every now and then.
Okay.
I go
from
through
time to
phases
time.
where I don't eat meat at all for a long time, and I think after this conversation, I may have to go back to that.
Yeah, what line? Just tell me. Okay, but Jessica, let's talk to Jessica. Oh, gosh, what a day. Hello, Jessica. How you doing?
Hello, good. How are you?
We're doing okay. Just having a conversation about meat. And you wanted to add, you've eaten goat. It's not unusual, by the way, but it was unusual when you first ate it, I'm sure.
Well, yes, my boyfriend's from Puerto Rico, so he's like, yeah, sure. Well, where he was looking for lamb, couldn't find it, so he got goat. I didn't really know what I was eating.
Right.
And then I was telling my friends that I ate something and I didn't know what it was, and I couldn't think of the word goat, so I told her it was donkey, and she thought it was even funnier.
Okay. We're having jackass for dinner.
Pretty much. But no, it actually was very good. I didn't know the difference between beef and goat.
And there you go. Now, have you ever eaten rabbit?
No, I have not.
See, I love rabbit. You know, if you go to Italy, you order the coniglio, or you go to France, order lapin. It's rabbit. Then they serve it. It's, stewed or whatever. I love it. But Gandhi, get that out of there. And when you go to the grocery store in Italy, I mean, they have like rabbits sitting in the, right next to the steaks, right there.
It's little bunny foo-foo.
I'm sorry. What were you saying, Jessica?
There is a lot of little bones in it. He was right.
Yeah, lots of bones, but very succulent. So good. I'd have it again.
Oh, scary. Calm down.
Oh, my gosh.
Look, thank you for listening to us, Jessica. You have a great day, and it's okay. Eat that goat.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you. Take care. What's that, Nate?
I've eaten horse. Have you guys had horse?
Well, we just talked about it. I drew the line at horse. I will not eat it.
I had it in Iceland because I guess that's something they farm there.
Okay.
Oh, it was terrible. I will never eat a horse ever again.
So now hold on. You've eaten bad beef before. Maybe it was the chef.
Yeah.
What is it? A tough meat? Like
It was
is
very
horse
chewy.
Tough? Yeah. Ooh.
Very chewy.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Well, this was a lot of fun.
Oh my god.
Can we go back to eating donkeys?
Sure.
I'm just kidding. No, we can't.
And when you wake up to Elvis Duran in the morning show. Elvis Duran and the morning show.
So we're just sitting around comparing ways that our mind is blown. So I'm sitting here in Santa Fe, New Mexico. And Nate is sitting there in Manhattan, New York City. He goes on his phone, sends me a document, and pushes send, and it immediately prints on a printer here 1,700 miles away.
Like, seriously, doesn't that just blow your mind? Because you were in the Zoom room, right? And you go, oh, somebody's printing something. And I had literally just clicked it.
Mind blown. It's so funny how you're so amazed by it.
No, then I looked it up. You are 1,762 miles away. And it was like a split second that I pressed that button.
You know, in a big room full of TV monitors somewhere in Houston, they can push a button and then a hatch opens on a spacecraft up on the moon.
Isn't that crazy?
It's mind blown. It's true. It is true. We live in a world of miracles, right?
Mm-hmm.
The thing is okay, for instance, Gandhi was saying her mind is blown how radio works.
Mm-hmm. You're just talking to a microphone and somehow all these millions of people can hear it.
Yeah.
How?
It's so crazy.
And who figured
There
it
is
out?
an explanation. Our mind is blown when we really don't know the answer because we know it works.
Right.
I think my mind is blown every time I turn a light switch on and a light comes on. I'm like,
Right.
If you really stop down and look at everything that you deal with on a day-to-day basis, your mind should be blown constantly.
It is.
When I text my mother-in-law who lives in France and she gets it and writes back right away. I'm like, how the heck does that work?
Oh,
it's nuts.
It's mind blown.
Every time I sit on an airplane and I feel it take off, I just think, how did they figure this out?
Well, yeah. Okay, so you're sitting there and you can actually look out your window and the engine, the jet engine is right there, like outside your window. And it just looks like this big round thing. So obviously it's like sucking super, super hard to make you fly because it makes you go forward, right?
Yeah.
So the suction must be mind-blowing. to get you in the air. And then you stay in the air until you land. Most
Crazy.
times. Yeah, Froggy.
How does a ship float? Like if I throw something heavy in the water, it sinks to the bottom. But they can build a big old ship and put all this stuff on it, and it floats. And it's made out of steel.
I kind of get that.
But it's made out of steel. If you throw steel in the water, it sinks to the bottom.
But it's sealed, though. It's a buoyancy. Is that the word? I don't know.
I don't know. What makes it viable?
Mind blown.
Right.
What's scary?
I don't understand, for people with pets, how I could be in a room over here and I could press a button on my phone, and in my house, a pet treat spits out of a machine to my dog. How does that happen?
Okay, we can stop playing the bomb sound effect.
What about a thermos? You put something cold in there, it keeps it cold. You put something hot in there, it keeps it hot.
Yeah, how
do
does
it know?
How does it know?
I think I sort of understand the principle behind the thermos.
Why you got to mess up my mind blown?
No, I'm sorry. Nadine is on line 1. She agrees with Gandhi. Gandhi, not Nadine. What blows your mind?
Planes. Like, come on. How is that possible? I was flying the other day, and I'm like, this doesn't feel okay.
Just how?
Yeah, if you stop and think about it, it freaks you out.
Right.
So it's just best just to sit there and not think about it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what's going on here? Anyway,
Yeah, like,
it's a miracle.
Why? How can that happen?
We don't know. I mean, we do. I mean, there's a scientific principle behind it, right? I mean, but we just don't know.
My stepdad likes to say, it's just basic physics, Nadine.
I guess it is.
Not that basic. I can't do it.
But guess what? I can't even get basic what is physics? Psychics. I can't even say it. Psychics and physics, they look alike, those two words. Anyway, thank you, Nadine. I agree. How do planes fly? It's best we just don't know. You know what I'm saying? All right, there you go. Okay, so we were using Waze the other day in the car. Caution. There's a car on the side of the road up here. Well, obviously, someone before me on the road, entered it to let me know. Thank you. How does that work?
Mm-hmm. But how does it know, like, when there is a construction going on? And
people report it.
But not the ones that report it, not Waze, like say Google Maps or something. Like, that to me is amazing. Like, they knew there was going to be this construction. They took me another way. How do they know?
It just does.
How does GPS work to begin with?
Right.
Maybe it's best I think I understand the principle of how GPS works, but I can't explain it to you. Stephanie on line 24, and then we've got to roll. Because this is the ultimate, how does it work? Go ahead, Stephanie. Mind blown for you. What?
Babies. How are they,
Exactly.
Like, I don't understand. Like, you just, I guess, have sex one day, and then it just, I don't know, it's just amazing.
Right, and
it really is.
The fingers, the toes, the nose, the ears, it all develops inside of you. How the hell does that happen?
From this one single cell, it's just a miracle.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't believe it.
Well, that's the thing. The whole point of this conversation, Stephanie, is if you stop and think about it, it blows your mind. So it's like, wow, babies. Yeah, who knew? They've been having them for many, many years, long before we were here, and they'll be having them long after we leave. Babies will continue. The miracle will continue to roll. It's like, whoa, okay. I'm with you. I think that may be the ultimate, Stephanie. Babies. Who's with Stephanie on this one?
Yes,
for sure.
100%.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's kind of messy and yucky if you think about it. Like, wait, you're going to put that in there, and you're going to do what? And then what will fall out of me? I got to push it? What?
And then they grow up, and you look at your 15-year-old, and you go, dude, you were inside my belly at one point. How the hell? It's crazy.
Yeah, mind blown. All right, Stephanie, thanks for blowing our minds. We appreciate it. Have a great day. Thank you for listening to us.
You too.
Want to hear all about the weird, wild stories you didn't learn in school? Let my best friend Patty Steele and her podcast, The Backstory with Patty Steele, be your guide. What are you working on, Patty?
All right, Elvis, I know you're more of a boat guy than I am, but I don't think anybody wants to be lost at sea at the age of 11 after the rest of your family has been murdered. Man, it's an insane story.
The Backstory with Patty Steele. New episodes every Tuesday and Friday. Listen on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Elvis Duran in the morning show.
So, unusual pets. Well, look, if you have a pet you love, and people give you grief, the snake? What are you doing with a snake? I mean, you should be free to have any kind of pet you want as long as it doesn't hurt you or someone else, or if it's an endangered pet that you should not have at your house.
Right.
There is that. But I don't see a snake. What do you get out of a snake?
Okay, so I used to work with a guy who kind of took his snake out for a walk all the time.
I beg your pardon?
Yeah, he had a giant boa, and he used to take her out for walks.
He wouldn't put it on the floor and let it slither.
Well, yeah, but he'd walk with her.
Well, I mean, was there like a leash?
No.
Can you put your snake on a leash?
No.
Did you just put it around his neck?
No, just walked out in the yard, slithered around. He'd walk around with
All
her.
right, here's what we need. I need for you to text me if you have a pet that people give you hell about.
Yes. And can you bring them to the studio, please?
Oh, my gosh.
A pet snake. I'm going to take my snake for a walk.
Yeah.
Remember when we had those turkeys in the studio?
Oh, God, no.
And we fed turkey to the turkeys?
We did. It was
was
awful.
not nice.
Hello, is this Brittany?
Yes, it is.
All right, so you don't have a doggy, you don't have a kitty cat, you have a pet.
Hedgehog.
Yeah, hedgehog.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can you cuddle a hedgehog?
Absolutely. He loves cuddling.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I can see that. A friend of mine had a hedgehog and had a lot of good times with that hedgehog.
Did
That's nice.
Yeah.
I have
His name is
wanted
Henry.
A hedgehog for so long, but then I Googled hedgehog care and some things that you might need to know about them, and it was terrifying.
What do you mean?
They're very high maintenance, apparently.
Are they high maintenance, Brittany?
Not really.
No?
Mine's very lazy.
A lazy,
A lazy hedgehog.
Well, they say that's one of the things to be aware of because they have a propensity to be obese, and then they can't roll into a ball, which they like to do if they're scared or upset about something, and then they get anxiety because they're obese.
Oh, my gosh.
High maintenance.
I love how you did all the research on this.
No, I looked it all up. Apparently, they also really like to climb, but they have weak ankles and feet, so they get up really high and then they break their legs on the way down.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Well, hold on. Now, Brittany, she says she learned these things, but you know for a fact either if this is true or not. I mean, do you have a leg-breaking hedgehog?
No, I do not.
Okay. Just
Okay,
making
good.
sure. Lazy hedgehog. I think the key is to have a lazy hedgehog that doesn't climb.
Yeah.
All right.
But then he gets anxiety.
He likes to climb. But I try not to make him climb a lot.
I know, but
So he doesn't break his legs.
Gandhi, it sounds like Brittany's having a very good time with her hedgehog, and you're like making it sound like a nightmare.
Chubby and immobile. If he was spry.
Wait, but maybe she got a good hedgehog.
Yeah, you got a good hedgehog.
I do.
Brittany, how long have you had your hedgehog?
About 2 years.
Okay.
Oh.
Good. Now,
I want one.
How long do they live?
yeah, how long do they live in captivity?
Till about 8 years.
Aw. All right.
Yeah.
Well, look, thank you for listening. What's your hedgehog's name?
His name is Henry.
Henry the hedgehog.
Henry the hedgehog.
Of course.
Oh, that's so
You tell
cute.
Henry we said hi, okay?
I will. And you know what's funny is he eats cat food.
Of course.
Oh.
We all do.
Who doesn't?
Yeah, and he plays with cat toys. It's hilarious.
Cat toys.
Aw.
Squeaky toys. All right, thank you, Brittany. There you go, hedgehog. See, not that unusual. Then you go talk to Corey. Corey, how you doing?
Hey, how's it going?
Doing okay. So you have a thing for snakes, but you have an obsession with venomous snakes. They need to be venomous. Why is that?
I took an interest in them when I was real young, and it was something that I kind of just I was always into. I kept the kind of the basic ones that you could think of. I got into the ball pythons and everything, and a friend of mine who he taught me everything I could know about reptiles. I mentored with him for several years on keeping venomous. He at one time had well over 100 different species.
What?
Wow. Now, have you ever been hit by one?
Yeah. Copperhead 2 times on the index finger on the right hand.
So,
what do you do? Suck it out?
No, don't do that.
Oh, what do you do?
Yeah, they say that's just something they did in old Western films.
Oh.
Yeah, you don't want to suck that up.
Pretty much, you just get to the hospital as quick as possible.
Right. Now, what kind of snake hit you?
Copperhead.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Damn,
We used to have
sir.
copperheads. I used to mow the yard, and we had copperheads all the. But the lawnmower would like chop their heads off.
Oh, gosh.
I was like, well, I'd rather them die than me. Hello.
Copperheadless.
Yeah, copperheads. They'll get you.
Yeah, which I also had a couple variable bush vipers as well. They were a nasty little piece of work too.
Yeah.
Damn.
Oh my God.
I love that it's not just snakes; they must be venomous snakes.
Right.
One of these days, I'd like to get into keeping king cobra, but they're a whole different ball game with how long they get.
Yeah.
Do it.
What are those spitting snakes?
The rattlesnake?
Oh, zebra spitters and different little like spitting cobras.
Yeah, spitting cobras. They spit in your eye and you die.
Yeah, that's what I want. Okay, that's a good pet.
Whoa.
What are you looking at?
I'm looking at a picture of a spitting cobra, and it looks like it's puking.
It's
like
spitting.
From a Saturday night.
No, you don't want to get spit on by one of those.
Oh, my
So
God.
when we were in Africa, they have the the mamba, right?
Yeah. Oh, those things are vicious.
Oh, no.
That's actually one snake I don't think I'll ever keep.
Well, let me tell you. Well, yeah, I don't think you would want to do that. I mean, they are aggressive. They come after you, and they go at lightning speed.
Oh.
Their objective is for you to die.
They can actually slither up to 12 miles an hour.
Oh my
So-
gosh. How many snakes do you have?
At the moment, just 2, but at my peak, I had probably close to 10.
Wow.
Have they ever escaped?
Funny story about that.
Oh my God.
So last year, or 2 years ago, when my girlfriend and I just got together, it was about 2 or 3 months in. We still had my snakes in the room, and at about 1 or 2 in the morning, she goes to put her hand and kind of fluff her pillow up, and she hits something. She looks back, and it's my 10-foot python that's crawling around us in the bed.
Lurking by your faces.
A
Love it.
10-foot python just happened to slither over.
Oh my gosh.
And she yells at me and wakes me up, and I look over and I'm just like, oh, look at that.
Always a fun time at the snake house. All right. Thank you, Corey. You and your 2 venomous snakes have a beautiful day today.
Thank you, too.
All right, bye. No, some people are just fascinated. You know, our friend Reptile Matt from Staten Island Zoo,
Yeah.
he loves snakes.
I wouldn't keep a venomous one, though, because just on the chance that they get out.
Yeah. What's scary?
My friend has a pet rabbit in his office, and it chewed up my iPhone case when I left it there on the table. Yes. And by the way, those pellets are hard to keep track of. It poops pellets. Little brown balls.
Keep track of. Why do you want to keep track of rabbit
They go
pellets?
all over the place, and you don't know you're stepping on one.
Yeah, I know that. Hello, Amy. Amy.
Hi.
So you're known you're known for having some unusual pets as well. What kind of pets have you had around the house?
Well, my mom let us bring home anything, and we had a tarantula, a raccoon, a ferret, and a chinchilla.
Oh, now which one was your surprisingly your favorite?
The raccoon and the ferret.
The raccoon, you say?
See, Gandhi wants a raccoon.
So badly.
Yeah. Well, we were at Stony Brook Park in New York, and we saw the mom get hit by a car. So out came, we thought it was just that raccoon, but there was a little baby, and I ended up bringing it home with me. So
How long did you have your pet raccoon?
probably about 8 months before he got just too unruly to keep in the house.
Yeah, they are unruly. See, Gandhi wants 2 of them.
Yeah, I do. I feel like they'll keep each other company instead of be unruly.
No, don't they like climb the curtains and the furniture and all that stuff?
My goal is to get it to place the star on top of the Christmas tree. That's all I
He
want.
climbed everything, but we had a Doberman at the time, and the Doberman, the ferret, and the raccoon all used to snuggle in the dog bed.
What about the tarantula? The tarantula didn't snuggle?
No, he didn't snuggle, but I used to put him in my pocket and carry him around.
Yeah, I'm
when
sure
I
your
was
friends love
younger.
that.
They did.
All right. Well, thank you, Amy. Do you have any pets now?
Just a cat.
All
a
right.
big cat,
Kitty cat. All right. That's, it's good to have like a mass appeal pet for a little while.
A mass appeal pet.
It's a mass appeal pet. All right. Can't imagine a raccoon. You don't need raccoons.
I want them so bad.
No, you don't.
I picture it brushing my hair in the morning.
No,
they can.
But you have a totally different view of what's going to happen.
They could brush your hair with their little hands.
Yeah, I know. It's so cute.
Elvis Duran in the Morning Show.
Station.
100. Don't answer the phone. Elvis Duran. The Elvis Duran phone tap.
All right, Froggy, we're so excited about your phone tap. What's it all about?
Our listener Jill writes in. She wants to phone tap her husband Robert. They're planning a big old vacation. And I call from the beach resort to let them know that, well, we're going to have to move your reservation because we're hosting a charity event that weekend.
You know, this scenario always works out beautifully.
Oh, yeah.
It does.
Yeah, when you mess with people's vacation, you're really, really asking for it. Let's see what happens in today's Froggy Phone Tap.
Hello?
Yeah, I'm looking for Robert, please.
Yes, this is Robert.
Hi, Robert. This is Mr. Lester from the Navy Resort. Was calling in to speak with you about your upcoming vacation that you have planned with us here.
Yeah, what do you need?
There's 12 of you booked, 3 separate rooms.
Yes.
You're
planning.
planning.
So, okay, yeah, I've got it. Yeah.
We're going to need to move you back by 1 week.
No, that's unacceptable. I'm sorry. No, that can't happen. No.
Well, in the fine print that you have,
unacceptable. So I read the fine print of my reservation where a company such as yours wouldn't me over. I'm sorry. I paid way too much money for this. It's not going to happen. Look, I'm way too busy to deal with this right now. So reservation stays as it is. Bye. I gotta go. Hello.
Yes, I believe we were disconnected. Robert, this is Mr. Lester from
work right now. I really don't have time to really speak with you about
I understand.
this.
We'll make this very
I think
fast.
I already made my intentions perfectly clear with you.
Well, we'll make this very quick. I just need to move your dates by 1 week. Now, I did also want to tell you we have a sister property.
We're not moving dates.
Excuse me? It's not on the beach,
dates.
but we would be able...
This is no more of a conversation.
Excuse me.
Uh-huh.
Did you read the fine print on your reservation, Robert?
No. Your fine print, all right? My rooms are already paid for. I've already done the prepay. I've already taken care of every single I and T that's across.
Well, Robert, if you show up on those dates, you will not have a room to sleep in, Robert.
No. I'm the paying customer. I own you right now. The dates are mine, all right?
I'm in charge here. You show up, there'll be no room.
Now your job's going to be gone, but this place is going to be shuttered up by the end of the year. Come on, Tugger Nuts. What you got, bitch? Come on.
The CBBMA is going to be here that weekend. Have you ever heard of the CBBMA?
I don't know what the hell that is. And no, I haven't heard of it.
That's the Children Bitten by Mosquitoes Association. They're going to be here having their annual meeting that weekend. It's a very noble cause that our president here at the resort is very much behind.
Any of that. I don't give a I have a room. The room is mine.
1 in every 3 children is bitten by a mosquito at least once a day, all around the world.
I don't care. Why are you laughing at me?
No, it's not me laughing at you. That's your wife, Jill. You're being phone tapped, Robert. It's Froggy from Elvis Duran in the Morning Show.
You're phone tapping me.
Yeah.
I'm going to have a damn heart attack.
Love you.
The Elvis Duran phone tap.
This phone tap was pre-recorded with permission granted by all participants.
The Elvis Duran phone tap. Only on Elvis Duran in the Morning Show.
Well, I want to talk about going away to camp when you were a kid. The more we compare notes about what we did and what we learned at camp when we were kids, especially church camp, let me tell you, when I was a little kid and they forced me to go to church and we went to church camp, I learned the ins and outs of all sorts of things at church camp.
Uh-huh.
And some of it with the church camp counselors.
Oh, hello. I'm so excited for this story.
We watched them doing it like dogs in the woods. We're hearing from people that have the sweetest things to text us about their first experience at camp. Like a lot of people experienced their first kiss at camp, their first crush.
That's the sweet stuff.
And then you have people like this who had their first hand job.
Oh, boy.
Pretty much.
First joint. Do you know how many people said they smoked their first pot at Christian and Jewish sleepaway camps?
Oh, my goodness. Really?
I bet.
Yes. I mean, and a lot of people saw the counselors doing each other. I don't know. Go to line 2. Is Jenny still there? I think she can help it. Hey, Jenny, how you doing? How you feeling? Good?
Oh, my God. I'm so excited to actually be on the show.
Well, thank you. It's exciting to have you here because you have to help us with our story. So what did you witness at camp? Oh, first of all, what type of camp was it?
It was a Christian camp, and it was very strict. Like, girls and boys couldn't walk on sidewalks together. Girls had to wear skirts. It was really, really strict camp.
Wow. Okay, so what did you witness at very strict Christian camp?
Well, so we were all every girl in my cabin was supposed to be at the pool for an hour, but I decided like 30 minutes in that I didn't really want to be at the pool anymore, so I went back to my cabin. and I walked in on my counselor having sex with another counselor.
Yeah.
There you go.
Whoa.
Taking a dip in the pool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I think that, and hear me out, if you're an organizer at a church and you're organizing church camp, don't you know this stuff is going on? I mean, because when I was a kid, it was the only reason you went to camp. And then every once in a while they would say, well, it's time to go to the service and, you know, the Bible study. And we're like, oh, no, I'm going to smoke another cigarette.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, my God.
Anyway, Jenny, there you go. Well, thanks for sharing. I hope they enjoyed their time together in your bunk.
Oh yeah, it was extreme, and they were trying to bribe me into not telling anybody. But I told my mom as soon as I got home.
Oh, really? Did she do anything, or did she leave it alone?
She called the camp, and then she never let my sister and I go to camp again.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
That'll do it.
All right, Jenny.
Yep.
Thank you for listening. Have a beautiful day, okay?
Thank you.
It's a pleasure meeting you. Shelby on line 24. It wasn't her, but your husband. No. Hey, Shelby, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Doing well. So what kind of camp was it your husband was attending?
We were both there because we grew up in the same church together. It was a Christian camp in North Florida.
Yes, I see some similarities between these camp stories. All right, so what did your husband do at the Christian sleepaway camp?
So he got into an argument with another kid that was in a cabin next to his, and so in the middle of the night he woke up and he pooped in a dustpan and left it outside their cabin door.
Very nice.
Oh, holy, holy, holy.
Wow.
Holy crap, indeed.
I know. And Shelby, something tells me that was like the most tame thing that happened at camp that weekend. I mean, did you ever feel like, you know, these sleepaway camps were, I mean, just on the edge of like being like way too much? I mean, did you see some things that curled your hair at all?
Yes, well, my church, like the caller before, was also very, very strict. Like, you couldn't, girls had to wear full clothes in the swimming pool. It was crazy, but
wow.
Yeah, behind the scenes, a lot of things like that happen.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, we're hearing a lot of this, and it's not where like we're exposing it for the very first time.
No.
This has been going on for years. All right, Shelby, you and your dustpan crapping husband have a beautiful day.
Right.
Thanks for listening to us. I don't know. Danielle, camp. What did you experience?
I went to theater camp, and
wow.
I just remember my roommate doing things behind the paddleball courts, and she was there was a lot of lollipoppy going on. And then she'd come back in like it was nothing, and then the next day there'd be another person. I'm like, what the hell are you doing?
Right.
It was crazy.
Right.
And then I dated one of the counselors, but I wouldn't sleep with him, so. He wound up finding another camper that would sleep with him. And so, that was interesting.
Awesome.
Wow.
Oh, my goodness.
Well, all the campers and the counselors are very close in age, but you just weren't allowed to date. It was just a no-no. So it wasn't
Right.
like he was older than me, but, you know.
Seriously, every time I went for band camp, for instance, I mean, band camp was as crazy as it's been set up to be.
Yeah.
I mean, and also when I was in the high school band, we used to go to marching band competitions. So we'd take buses, you know, like 5 hours away. And,
Yeah.
and there'd be four of us in a room, and we were nuts. We were drinking cheap wine and doing each other and like going crazy. Line 23 is Sam. Hey, Sam, welcome to the show. How's it going today for you?
Oh, good, Elvis. Really nice to speak to you guys.
Well, nice to speak to you. So you were away at Orthodox Jewish camp for the first time, and what did you learn that important camp week?
Yes, this was an all-boys Orthodox Jewish camp in Pennsylvania, and I smoked pot for the first time, and it was out of a soda can. It was very interesting how we did that.
Yeah, you had to build your own bong. Absolutely.
Yeah. So you fold the soda can in half, you poke some holes, put the weed in the middle, and you kind of draw the lighter back and forth and suck the pot out of the hole.
Hey, you know what? And you learn something. To be honest, when I run out of papers, I reach for my Pepsi can. I'm in there.
Elvis, it was a Pepsi can, by the way.
Oh, my gosh. You must be brand specific. I love it. All right, Sam. Thanks for calling. I hope you have a great day, and we appreciate you listening.
You too, guys. Thank you.
Wow, all the people texting in. I figured out I was gay at my church camp.
There you
go. Being a camp counselor, We had one checking in, a camp counselor for 5 years, probably the wildest job they ever had. We would tape marbles to the top of body spray and throw it into other people's cabins to flush them out. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
My friend helped me shave my pubes for the first time at church camp.
God.
We peed in someone's mouthwash.
Oh.
What about you, Frog? Did you ever go to camp and witness some fun stuff?
Yes, I went summer of 7th grade, and I made out with this girl, Heather Dawson, and she was the first girl to ever touch it. So I was like very, very excited. I was the happiest kid ever when I went home. My mom was like, your parents pick you up because I stayed away for the week. So my mom picked me up. I was like, Mom, this was the best camp ever. I wanted to go back every year, but Heather Dawson didn't go back the next year, so I didn't go back. Wow. I'll never know what happened to Heather Dawson.
It's like hedonism for kids, all the summer camps.
It is. Gandhi, did you ever go to any camps when you were growing up?
Yeah, I didn't do the religious camps, but I went to soccer camp, and that was co-ed, and there was definitely a lot of ball juggling going on there. If you know what I mean. Lots of stuff. You have the co-ed camps, it goes down. I don't care which camp it is.
Yeah. Line 4 is Ashlyn. Oh, a counselor. Let's get it from a counselor's point of view. Hello, Ashlyn. You hear these stories, and this is just a tip of the iceberg. We're getting so many texts from people, some stuff we can't even repeat on the show. So as a counselor, what did you witness, and how did you have to do your job effectively?
So I was a weight loss camp counselor for 3 years. I guess you could call it a fat camp. I would prefer not to. But the kids they took this opportunity to feel very comfortable in their bodies. I will put it this way. So every night you would get posted in position. You know, it might be outside the girls' bunks, the boys' bunks, or the cafeteria. But there was another position that involved a flashlight, and that was called Nookie Patrol.
Oh, really?
So you would be handed a flashlight, and you would be told to traverse the woods looking for young men, women that found love perhaps after dinner and would take to the woods to consummate their newfound relationship.
Wow. They're doing it in the bushes.
Wow.
And I have never gone on Nookie Patrol and not broken up at least 3 couples. And sometimes there were 3 people together. Yeah.
Yeah. Good look at that. You're right, though. It's hedonism for kids.
Absolutely.
That's what goes down.
All right, Ashlyn. Well, thank you for sharing, and thanks for listening, most of all. Have a good day, okay? Dare we go to Scotty B?
Always. Please do.
If you watch our 15-minute morning show podcast, you know Scotty B always takes it over the line. So,
He's the highlight.
Scotty B, what would you guys do at camp?
Oh, I thought this was normal. So we would all sit on my bed. All the boys in my bunk would sit on my bed, and I had a little radio, and we would listen to Dr. Ruth sexually speaking on the radio, and we would, pitch tents.
Oh, my God. Oh, Lord.
As a team?
Yeah, it was, it was a team event. It was great.
Oh my God.
Dr. Ruth. Dr. Ruth, of course, she was a great sex counselor, and she still is.
Yeah.
But to hear her speak, I don't know how you could pitch a tent listening to that.
At that point, anything worked. So
You take the penis and wrap it with tin foil.
Great memories. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, Allie Gold, she checked in, said a boy touched her boobs for the first time at sleepaway camp. It all went down in the gazebo.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Well, there you have it. Wow, I can't even tell you. We could write a book with all the texts that are coming through.
This makes me happy. I'm glad that I wasn't the only one that experienced some really weird summer camp things.
Elvis Duran.
Clap if you think she should suffer.
Elvis Duran and the Morning Show. This is Elvis Duran and the Morning Show.
The list of things we have to talk about coming up. All right? Have you ever had to sign an NDA? Have you ever worked with someone, or more juicy than that, have you ever dated someone who is a celebrity or a powerful business person who made you sign a non-disclosure agreement promising you wouldn't talk about anything you did with them? Including, account information, money information, butt play, whatever.
What?
All right. No, really, a lot of people listening have had to sign a non-disclosure agreement. Maybe you're a nanny for a family. You know, there could be a million and one different ways. We want to hear from you. Of course, I know you can't give names. The funny ways or weird and frightening ways parents punish their kids. What was that snow shovel story you told us, Gandhi?
One kid said that they lost the snow shovels while they were outside building a fort, so their parents made them dig their way from the driveway with pots and pans instead.
Okay.
All right.
By the way, I see a topic train segment coming up over these.
I like it. Okay.
Would you be afraid, guys, to walk into a cat cafe by yourself to enjoy a cappuccino and play with a cat? Scary wants to know. I don't know. I have other ones. Let's see. Indecisive people. Are you one of those who takes an hour or two just to choose, like, a set of sheets for your bed?
Yep, that's me.
I don't know. I tell you what, we have a topic train forming. I see one happening. When's the last time you had a snake eat an entire live frog on your back porch? It happened to Froggy yesterday. Any of these topics, text us now. I want to hear from you. Text us at 55100 or call Straight Nate. It's like imagine a train. A train of topics.
I like this idea.
Topic train is rolling. It's the topic train. It's the topic train.
Keep in mind, don't let anyone try to convince you this was their idea. This was our idea.
Okay.
It's true, Danielle. You know how this thing was born.
Yes, I remember exactly how it was born.
Okay, there you go. So several topics we're juggling today. Dale on line 9. Dale has been on hold. Dale, thank you for your patience. I appreciate it.
Thank you for having me. It hasn't been too bad. I woke up late, so I'm just driving to work. So
Good. I love it when you wake up late, Dale. So there's also another topic. How indecisive are you? And you obviously had a nerve that was... We hit a nerve with you. Talk about your indecisiveness. Dale, go.
So I wanted to get a new comforter, and it took me literally over a year to pick one out. I finally picked one out, got it, had it for a month, hated it, and then picked one out on Amazon in 5 minutes after deciding I wanted a new one.
See, what is that about indecisiveness?
Yep.
I have no clue. I was being so picky for no reason, and the one I have now I love, and it was cheaper than the one I originally bought.
Did you know Coastal Boy Josh, who works with us, one of our favorite guys, he and I went to IKEA. He wanted to buy a bed. We were there for, I kid you not, 3.5 hours.
Oh, my God. No.
Hilarious.
To buy a bed at IKEA. Straight Nate's dad. He got kicked out of a shoe store because he couldn't make up his mind which shoes he wanted. Hey, Nate, how long was your dad in that shoe store before they kicked him out?
The first one, 3 hours. The second one, 2 hours.
And they asked him never to come back.
Yeah, the first
one.
one. Oh, my God.
That is hilarious.
Yeah,
That's
I know.
So funny.
But wait, one store told him just to take the shoes and go, and I'm thinking, wait a minute, is this the way to get free shoes?
Yeah.
Do I have to sit there
Try
for 4
Yeah,
hours?
I mean, that's a good idea.
Hey, Dale, do you have this problem with other things in your life? Like, okay, what am I going to have for dinner? Or where are we going to go for dinner? Is there a restaurant and you just cannot make up your mind? And when you do, you change your mind to something else?
Oh, absolutely, all the time. And then there was another one. I was trying to pick out a new dog leash. It took me probably months. It's a freaking dog leash, and it took me forever to pick one out.
God.
Oh, well, the good news is Dale has a dog, and we love our dog owners. All right, Dale, thank you, and thanks for not being indecisive and choosing our morning show. We appreciate it very much.
Every day. You guys need to do the topic train more. It's one of my favorite segments.
I know. I invented it. Other people take credit for it, but it was all my idea. All right, thank you, Dale. Have a great day. Erica, line 3. Let's see, which topic you calling about? Oh, did you actually witness a snake eating a live animal right in front of you, like Froggy witnessed on his back porch yesterday?
So I definitely did. I am a second grade teacher at an elementary school, and my kids ran over to me saying, come, there's a snake eating an animal. I'm like, oh, God. When I get there, there's just frog legs sticking out of the snake's mouth.
Oh.
Yes. Kids are screaming, mortified. I wanted to join in because I'm, like, terrified of snakes, too.
Me too. Me too.
It was horrible.
Yeah, the same thing. I was sitting eating lunch. My dogs were losing it at the back door, and I go to the back door and I look, and there's about a 3 or 4 foot black snake with the frog legs hanging out of his mouth, just like wiggling in the air as this snake is devouring it. And over time, he got it all down, and he went about his little merry way.
Oh, merry way. The snakes don't have a merry way.
Look, everybody says the black snake is good. I should keep him around and roll out the red carpet for him because I don't want him to leave because he keeps all the bad snakes away.
I know, but Erica, one day Frog's going to come back from work and he's going to see his wife Lisa's legs hanging out of a snake mouth shaking. Well, Erica, so sorry for the awful, awful scene that you and your students witnessed. Thank you for being a teacher. You know we love our teachers, Erica, and thanks for listening to us.
No, thank you, guys. Have a great day.
Thank you. Line 24, JJ. Hey, JJ.
Hi.
How's it going, man?
Good, yourself?
Doing okay. So the other day, Scary says, you know what? I drove by this cat cafe.
Yeah.
And I really wanted to just drop on in by myself and have a catachino and pet the feline critters in there. But I felt like as a grown man, I would be judged and they would think I was some sort of weirdo psycho. So JJ, do you agree? Is it okay to stop by a cat cafe or something like that and as a grown man by yourself and enjoy the day?
Well, I was in the Marine Corps over in Japan, so I've went to cafes by myself before. And recently I went to Tokyo to a hedgehog/bunny cafe.
Yes. Wow.
Wait, a cafe with hedgehogs and bunnies?
Yeah.
You were by yourself. Did you go in by yourself?
Yeah.
Wow, you're a better man than I, JJ. I cannot. I couldn't.
What is so awful? I don't understand. Why are you, Scary, why are you so embarrassed to go into a cat cafe? Or, you know, you got to keep in mind, JJ, he won't even go sit at a restaurant by himself and eat.
Right.
He thinks the whole world is judging him.
Just now I started to be able to go to the bar by myself and sit at the bar. But listen, it took me for years. The hedgehog, the bunny, and the cat, those are furry little friendly creatures. You walk into one of those and you're a grown man by yourself petting one, drinking a cappuccino. I don't know.
What's wrong with that?
It seems to me that it's a little bit.
No, this is why men don't feel like they can show emotion. You want to touch a little animal? Go ahead. What's wrong with that?
Yeah, you touch your little animal every night, Scary, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, JJ, so you went into the Hedgehog Bunny Cafe, and you walked out feeling how? I mean, did it change your life? Did you enjoy it?
Oh, I mean, it was great. Like, the first time ever, like, actually holding a hedgehog and everything, so.
Yeah,
see. I loved it.
Yeah, come on, Scary. Go to the cat cafe. Stop being a
I'm going to
wuss.
find one in the city. As long
You
as no one
should.
calls me cringe for doing it.
No.
Who cares if they do?
Yeah.
That's my point. Why do you care? Some people go through life, JJ, like Scary, love him, thinking the whole world is always watching him and judging him. They aren't. No one cares
And you know
except
what's
for your
scary?
friends. We love you.
You've been wanting a cat for so long, but you
wanted
realize
two.
maybe your lifestyle isn't the best right now for a cat, so you're finding another way to get your kitty fix.
Exactly. Or do like JJ, go to Japan and hang out with hedgehogs and bunnies. All right,
That
JJ,
sounds awesome.
thank you so much for listening to us, and thanks for serving our country, and you have a beautiful day today, okay?
You too, guys. Thanks.
Thank you. Wendy on line 23. Another topic on the topic train, weird ways your parents used to punish you as a kid. Hey, Wendy, welcome to the show.
Hi, guys.
Well, listen, what happened? You got into some trouble, and what did you do, and then what did your parents do to punish you?
So me and my two brothers were caught smoking my mom's cigarettes, and she made us eat a whole pack of cigarettes.
She made you eat? You had to eat a pack of cigarettes?
Oh.
Yep.
Did you
Yep.
throw up? You
Ate a whole
had to
pack.
have thrown up. Did you throw up?
Yes, I did.
Good thing.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Do you smoke cigarettes now?
No, I do not.
Exactly. It worked.
The good news is Wendy doesn't smoke cigarettes. The bad news is she eats a pack a day.
Yeah. Guess we didn't think about that.
All right, Wendy, you learned your lesson. Thank you so much for listening. Thanks for the story, okay?
Thanks. I love you guys so much.
Love you too. So on line 22, it's Hannah, another punishment story. What did your mom make you do when you were a kid?
Hi, good morning. So
Well, good morning.
most people, like, you know, you hear about when they're kids, they have to, like, bite a bar of soap if they say a bad word.
Right.
Well, that wasn't good enough for my mom. She decided to take Frank's Red Hot and Dawn dish soap and mix it.
Oh.
And she would she would call it fresh sauce, right?
What? She call it what sauce?
So, fresh sauce, like you're being fresh.
Oh, okay.
So my brother, my little brother was a terror when he was a kid. So I remember, like, the first time he cursed, my mom took out the Fresh Thought, and he is, like, eyes full of tears, and he's like, "It's okay, Mom, I like it," and started crying and trying to convince everybody that he liked the Fresh Thought.
That is
A for
crazy.
effort.
So I've heard of soap in the mouth, but never a concoction that Mom actually brews up in the kitchen while the kids are sleeping.
It's disgusting.
Oh my
So
god.
Hannah, are you a mother now?
I'm not. I have a beautiful niece, though, who just turned 2.
Would you ever do that to your niece? Would you ever give your niece a fresh sauce? No. The answer is no. I guess. All right, Hannah. I know. Good God, that's crazy. But your mom, I'm sure she taught you guys some lessons. Thank you, Hannah.
Oh,
Thank you so much.
man.
Becky on line 20. We're talking about NDAs, non-disclosure agreements. Becky, good morning. Since you did sign an NDA, I know that you're limited as to what you can tell us, but you did sign an NDA for someone who is very, 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 very wealthy, correct?
Yes, he was at one point the richest man in America.
What?
Right. And so what in particular did you do for him that he wanted you to just, like, keep to yourself?
I worked on his private yacht.
Right.
Yes.
For 3.5 years, and we weren't allowed to tell anybody who owned it if they approached us.
Right. Yeah, they like their privacy for security reasons and for all sorts of reasons. But you didn't see anything crazy on that yacht that was worth hiding. It was just you were there to make sure he was protected, right?
Yes, it was. And most of the crazy things happened when he wasn't on board anyway.
Yeah, I know. The crazy stuff happened with Becky and everyone else who was down below. We've seen the shows.
It's not like the show. I won't watch the show because it's really not like that.
Oh, God.
Oh, really?
All right, Becky.
No, not in real life.
So it sounds like it's nice to speak with you, and it sounds like that he had a very, very loyal friend and employee as you when you worked for him.
Oh, yes. I'm still on Facebook with his son, who does amazing work around the world.
Oh, excellent.
Oh, we're not
Becky, we'll come find you and stock your friends list.
All right. Well, you tell them.
This is the third time I've spoken to you this year. I'm just going to be calling my folks in England and telling them this is a hat trick now.
That's right.
We love that you're with us. All right, you tell the Murdochs we said hi, and we do appreciate you calling. I'm kidding. Hold on one second, Hannah. Finally, we go talk to Allie on line 6. I think this was the weirdest text we got today, or call we got today, about ways you were punished when you were a kid. Hey, Allie, what did your mom make you guys do, you and your sister?
Oh my gosh, hi. So my sister and I, she's about 4 years older than me. We were arguing really bad. My mom was working 2 jobs. She was just sick of it. So we were just fighting, and so she made us stop, and she told us to hit each other until she was satisfied.
Oh, my God.
It's like a little fight club.
Oh, my gosh.
I mean, did you guys go through with it? Did you and your sister slap each other until your mom said stop?
Oh, we had to. She wouldn't let us. We said, no, Mom, we're not doing it. And she said, nope, Allie, you have to hit your sister. You have to hit her.
Oh, no.
Then I would hit her, and then she would make her hit me back.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't think that was a good idea. No
What's
offense.
the psychology in that?
Yeah, I straight.
You know, we were just done. She was a single mom of 3 girls. She was working 2 jobs. She was just done.
She figured that if she did that, maybe you wouldn't hit each other anymore. Because my grandfather did that to my mom, where my mom used to bite kids in school. And one day, my grandfather brought my mom over to the kid's house that she bit and said, bite her back. And they did.
Oh, my God.
She never bit anybody again.
There you go. Well, you know, we should settle arguments on our show like this. Scary, you and Nate, go slap each other.
Slap
Go.
off.
I'm going to pull your long hair, Nate.
What's that, Allie?
I said it worked. We stopped fighting. We didn't really want to hit each other.
There you go. All right, you got it out of your system. Okay, Allie, thank you so much. Go have a great day. Thank you for listening to us.
So much. I've listened to you guys since I was in elementary school. I'm 21 now. I love you guys so much. I listen to you every single day.
Thank you so much.
Wow.
Thank you. I love you. Thank you. Have a great day, okay, Allie. All right, we are running really late. Thanks for listening to The Topic Train.
Hey, it's Lil Nas X.
Hey, this is Taylor Swift.
Hi, this is Harry Styles.
Hi, this is Adele.
You're listening to Elvis Duran in the Morning Show.
This is Elvis Duran in the Morning Show.
So what show traumatized you as a child?
Oh.
Right? Mine was Land of the Lost.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Why
that
is
the
that?
One, that's the one Scary was on.
Yes, that's on Chaka. Yeah, he's Chaka.
Marshall, Will, and Holly on a routine expedition?
No. Land of the Lost, if you do a search on it,
Okay.
there's this one character named Chaka.
It looks
which
just
looks
like
just like Scary.
Oh, totally.
Look it up, Gandhi. Land of
Okay.
the Lost, Chaka.
Chaka. Oh,
right,
there's
Froggy?
Chaka.
It does a little bit.
It looks like Scary.
Oh.
It does.
You guys are so
Froggy.
That's that nice.
Froggy, what show?
You laugh because it's real.
Froggy, what show traumatized you as a child?
Yeah, Lassie. I didn't like how the dog fell down the well, and it always has made me afraid of wells my entire life.
Wait, I
I'm
don't
always
think
afraid
I thought Timmy fell down the well.
Excuse me, Timmy fell down the well. Lassie's barking. I've been afraid of wells my whole life, and somebody actually wanted me to drill a well in my yard for an irrigation purposes. I'm like, no, I don't want anything to do with a well. I don't want a well anywhere near anything I do.
And if your name is Timmy, don't get near my house.
Yeah, no.
Right.
Exactly.
Oh, it's sad.
What about you, Danielle? What
Oh,
show
you
traumatized
know.
you as a child?
Little House on the Prairie, because the girl
She's afraid of clowns.
The girl got raped by the clown, and it was a 2-part episode.
What?
And it destroyed me. I didn't sleep in my bed for 9 months. I hate clowns because of it. Oh yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what.
That messed me up.
Little House on the Prairie is long gone, but that was one of those big, huge shows in its day. And when they did the 2-part clown molestation story, it was a big national story.
And I'll always remember the clown's mask. There was a ladder going up to a loft, and I'll always remember the clown's mask laying there in front of it's still to this day.
Scary. What traumatized you as a child?
Different Strokes, but specifically the episode with the bicycle man in the shop who molested Arnold and Dudley. And he held them in the back, and it was a 2-part cliffhanger, and I never watched Different Strokes again after that episode.
Okay, but listen to what you're saying. The shows, okay, we're about to get to Gandhi's, which is a totally different one. But those shows that we're talking about that traumatized us, those were comedy shows that handled very, very serious, important topics. So departure from their typical laugh for 30-minute shows. And so, those were, they say, very important use of TV to educate rather than just make you laugh about sensible stuff. Then you ask Gandhi, hey, Gandhi, what show traumatized you as a child?
Mr. Meaty.
Okay, Mr. Meaty.
Mr. Meaty.
Tell
on
everyone what was it about?
Nickelodeon, and it was about these 2 guys who worked in a meat shop. Which on its own, and I see some of our interns right now throwing their hands up because they are relating to this.
Sounds like a bad porn.
Okay, but keep going.
They all looked like penises. Every cartoon, every character in it, they were puppets. They looked like penises, but they did really weird things too. Like there was one episode where one of them was getting eaten by a cannibal naked. Another one where like a goth girl ate a hand. Another one where someone lost a nose. They replaced it with meat. They're like pulling tapeworms out of their throats.
I'm looking at it. Yeah, they're puppets. They're not cartoons.
No, I'm sorry. I didn't. If I said cartoon, they're puppets, but they all look like penises. And I think that the creators were hilarious when doing this, but it was traumatic.
Well, if these look like penises, I want to know what penises you've been hanging out with.
Wait, look at this.
I'm looking at Mr. Meaty.
Look at the whole cast. They
are very penis looking.
They even have like a vein down the middle.
Yeah.
I
think they did it on purpose.
My God, Gandhi.
There was speculation about different races and different sizes of the characters. I'm just
okay. So how did that traumatize you? How did Mr. Meaty
because you were
traumatize you?
watching what appeared to be puppet penises ingesting and doing really weird things with meat, and then whenever one of them got sick, they would get like little scabs on their faces. It was just wildly inappropriate and strange. And I know I'm not alone in this. I know I'm not alone. As soon as I said it, I watched the interns throw up their hands like.
But it was on Nickelodeon.
Mm-hmm.
So you would think Nickelodeon would be very careful what they're putting on, right?
You would think.
I don't know.
I'm going to show
What?
you some episodes of Mr. Meaty.
I can't wait to come over again. let's pop an edible and watch Mr. Meaty.
Oh my
You will be traumatized.
I mean, just the name of it, Mr. Meaty.
They work in a meat shop.
I mean, really.
People are texting in. They're saying, "Are You Afraid of the Dark?" is a show that freaked them out. Let's see, Barney. Yeah, I got to tell you, what are those little Tinky Winky and all?
Oh, the Teletubbies.
Oh, those are some creepy bitches right there.
Teletubbies.
Okay, look, I understood that the Teletubbies was meant for very young audiences, and the way to get a child to learn is repeating things and saying things. And well, the way I as an adult, I'm like, this is the creepiest thing I've ever seen in my life.
What about the Wiggles? I always thought the Wiggles were slightly. They sometimes acted as if they were pedophiles.
No, they never acted like they were pedophiles, and the Wiggles are still huge, and there's 2 female Wiggles now, so take that back.
No, I'm not taking it back. The Wiggles
are
were strange.
massive.
Okay.
No.
All right. Enough about the Wiggles. Then everyone was saying, well, Tinky Winky is gay.
Because he had a purse.
Because he had a purse and he had a triangle head or whatever. No, you're not gay because you carry a purse.
Are you gay if you have a triangle head?
No,
Not that
he was
either.
he was a purple thing. You can't assign
I love them. I collected
anything
all the
sexual
dolls.
to a Teletubby.
No, I never
Oh my
watched
God.
them.
Big head.
Oh my God.
See, I have to disagree with this caller. Hello, Kristen. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Doing well. Now, why was Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood the creepy show for you when you were growing up?
Well, his voice and his demeanor and how he always had to take his sweater off. And I always thought when I was a little kid, I wonder what he's doing to those little kids.
Oh no!
Mr.
You know what?
Rogers.
I want you to. I want you to watch the documentary.
Won't you be my neighbor?
Yeah. Won't you be my neighbor? Go watch.
Oh,
the
I bet he wanted you to be his neighbor.
You know what? I think you're being really unfair, and you should watch the documentary, then get back to me on it. I think you'd be surprised. I want you, as a gift to yourself, to go watch it.
Okay. It was so bad I wouldn't even let my daughter watch it.
Okay. Well, no. Okay. Look. As a mother, you can do whatever you need to do. That's your prerogative. But all I'm saying, it's always good to get good to get a different perspective. And I think you might be surprised. Won't you be my neighbor? Just watch it, and I think you'll change your mind.
Okay, I'll do it just for you.
All right. Thanks. Go watch that documentary. Won't you be my neighbor? And leave it at that. Oh my God, making fun of Mr. Rogers.
But Mr.
Shame.
Meaty was terrifying.
Mr. Meaty, I don't understand that at all.
Terrifying.
So it's now time to play. Is it a real baseball player's name?
Yes.
Because sometimes these baseball players have wacky names, right? Give me one.
Yep.
Mookie Betts.
Someone. Yes. There's one. Danielle. Crazy baseball names.
Babe Ruth.
Okay, there you
Not
go.
Crazy.
They named him after a candy bar.
The candy
Kidding.
bar, yeah.
Other way around.
Other way around.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Wait, was Baby Ruth really named after Babe Ruth? I don't think it was.
Oh, I don't know.
They named it after him to capitalize on his name. But then they said when there was a trademark like, hey, Babe Ruth didn't approve of this. They said, well, it's Ruth, the president's daughter or something like that.
Exactly, the daughter of the
really?
president of the candy company. Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Anyway, gosh, so much scandal in candy names. But that's not what we're here for today. We're here for this game called Was That Really a Baseball Star's Name? Game. What's scary?
Not a baseball player, but an athlete. The funniest name is Ha Ha Clinton Dix. He's a football player, very famous one, and that's a wacky name.
There you go, Ha Ha Clinton Dix. All right. If you're a baseball fan, maybe you can play. Was that really the name of a sports star game?
I love the names of our games.
Is everyone calling?
Hey, hold on, we got someone. Oh, God, hurry before they hang up. Skylar's on line 17. Hello, Skylar. How are you?
Hi, how are you?
Well, I'm doing well. Now, are you a baseball fan? Because that would be helpful. Hello. Can you hear me?
Hello?
Yeah.
This is going real well. Okay, the little phone problem. I think I can hear you now. So here we go. Is this a Major League Baseball real name or not? Are you ready to play? All right, let's find another caller.
Hello?
Put her on hold. It's not working. I think it's okay for us just to admit it's not working. Play the music, Scary. I've had enough of this content. I don't want to play now. I just don't want to play. I wanted to play, and now my need to play is just over. It left.
All the lines are ringing.
Well, I know, but no one's phone works.
No.
I love live radio from my basement. Well, I can play with Gretchen on line 5. Let's try Gretchen. All right. Hey,
good morning.
Wow, that was
morning.
A way to interrupt my organ. Hello, Gretchen.
Good morning.
Are you a baseball fan?
I am.
Okay, well, good. That could be helpful as we play Major League Baseball, real name or not. Okay, here we go. Okay, real name or not. Urban Shocker. Was that a real baseball player in 1916 playing for the Yankees? Probably, but Just asking you if you think it was real.
No.
It was a real player.
Oh, was it?
Born Urbain Jacques Chaucher. Urban Shocker started his career with the Yankees in 1916. All right, here's another one. Real Major League Baseball name or not? Flip McBird. Flip McBird. Real or not?
No.
You're correct. It's not.
Oh, wow.
How about this name? Was this a Major League Baseball player or not? Johnny Dickshot.
No.
Well, I've got bad news. Johnny Dickshot was a real player. Played for the Pirates in the 1930s.
Thank God.
They named him. It's true. His name was Ugly Johnny. They called him Ugly Johnny Dickshot. All right, let's try another one.
Super name.
I know. Here's another name. This could have been a Major League Baseball player. Maybe not. It's up to you to tell us. Here we go, Gretchen. Rusty Kuntz. Rusty Kuntz. It's spelled Kuntz. Rusty Kuntz. Real or not?
No.
No, that's not true. Rusty played for the White Sox in the 80s.
What?
Rusty Kuntz.
Not the way I would have pronounced it, but hey.
All right, here we go.
You're not pronouncing it right.
Yeah, I was. By the way, okay, this next player, well, was it a player or not? Joe Mama, spelled Mahma. Joe Mama.
Yes.
No.
No.
Joe Mama was not real. How about Dick Pole? Was what? Wait, hold on. Listen. Shh, be quiet. Let her hear it. Dick Pole. Pole. Real Major League Baseball player or not? Dick Pole.
Yes.
Yes, that's correct.
Yay!
He pitched for the Red Sox. Dick Pole. Dick Pole pitched for the Red Sox and Mariners. I loved it when they described Dick Pole on the mound.
Sounds interesting to me.
Okay, how about this Major League Baseball player, real or not? Ed Head.
No.
That's not correct. Ed Head played for the Brooklyn Dodgers in the 1940s. Ed Head on the mound. Okay. Real player or not? Kenny Vaginer. Or is it Vaginer?
Oh my
I don't know. Real or not?
Yes.
No.
Oh.
Okay. How about this player? Boof Bonzer. Boof Bonzer. Real player or not?
No.
Boof Bonzer was a real player, pitched for the Twins.
Oh.
And he'd go up to bat, and fans were like, Boof.
You need to help me out.
All right, here's one more. Real Major League Baseball player or not? Kentucky. Kentucky, spelled Tukkie. Kentucky. Real or not?
Yes.
No, Kentucky, a fake name.
Oh.
I don't know. Welcome to another season, Major League Baseball. Thank you for listening. But Gretchen, you don't walk away empty-handed. As we give all of our runners-up and losers on our show, you just won my book.
Yay!
It's a New York Times bestseller from Elvis Duran. Where do I begin? You'll love it. Happy reading. Thanks for listening. You've been a lot of fun. Thank you, Gretchen.
You.
Want to hear all the crazy stuff that Gandhi can't talk about on the big show?
So they have to do these secret things like stick shampoo bottles in their
Sauce on the Side. New episodes every Wednesday. Listen on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Until then, say bye, everybody.
Bye. Elvis Duran in the Morning Show. Elvis Duran in the Morning Show.
Okay, so I'm not saying that this is your creepy friend, but do you have a friend you've known for years, delightful, fun to be with, you put them on the calendar as much as you can, time permitting, and they're perfect in almost every way. You don't know of one flaw they have. The only problem is, and I'm not saying it's creepy, the only issue you have with this friend is they just don't really open up. You don't feel like you really know them. Do you have someone like that?
I do. And she's one of my very best friends, but I just know that somewhere deep down she's hiding something because she is so super perfect and her whole life is put together and there's no area where you ever see a slip. But I know she's doing something weird. I
don't know.
No, I know it.
Maybe they're not doing something weird, Gandhi. Maybe there are people out there. Now, hear me out. Maybe there are people out there that are like really good people.
Nah.
What,
my
Danielle?
mom always tells me those are the ones that you have to watch out for.
Why not? I know, exactly, but that's my point. Maybe we're in the wrong. Maybe these people really are close to perfect and nice and generous and thoughtful.
I mean, she has all of those things. It can't be that way all the time. She can't wake up looking like that. How does it happen?
I'm waiting for like you wait for the other sneaker to drop or the other shoe to drop. You know what I mean? Like any moment now, something bad's going to happen and you're going to realize the person's not perfect.
Know. And I'm not really talking only about looks. I'm talking about just their demeanor.
Oh, yeah, of course.
They have a fantastic grasp of the English language and history, and they have great relationships with their parents and their friends and their bosses, and you just don't find a flaw.
Yes, that's her.
I think that when they go home, they throw dishes.
I don't know.
I am convinced.
Oh, okay, look, if you are this person, we want to hear from you. You perfect person, or maybe you know someone.
Can you imagine if someone calls right now? Hi, I'm the perfect person.
Yeah, I cannot think of one flaw.
I'm so wonderful.
What one flaw do I have? Nothing. No, if you know someone like that, or even better yet, and this is where we get really nasty. If you know someone who was like that and then you found the flaw.
Oh,
the secret.
I want to hear about it. Yeah, who are these people? Froggy, do you have any perfect friends?
Hells no. No, I'm the closest thing to perfect of anybody I know. Yeah, right. Yeah, right.
What?
I like it. I think you're pretty perfect, Froggy.
Oh,
you
yeah.
don't know him yet. That's why.
That's why.
So far, you're presenting
Just
perfectly.
wait.
It's just so strange that someone can be so perfect. I don't know. Hello, Brad. How are you?
Oh, my God. I'm good. How are you?
We're doing well. Thanks for calling, listening to us in beautiful Austin. I used to live there. Loved it. Loved it.
Oh, I love it.
Until they ran me out of town. They hated me. So you have a friend, Brad, who is seemingly perfect. In what way?
Oh, he's just amazing. We hang out all the time. Him and his husband and me and my wife, we hang out all the time. But I still have no idea what he does, and we've been friends for like 20 years now.
What do you mean what he does? You mean you don't know what he does for a living?
No idea.
Wait,
we hang out
Have
all
you
the
never
time.
asked him after all these years?
I do. He just says that he works with his parents, and I've never... I've hang out with his parents, and we just never bring it up, and I've never done anything. I never have thought about it, but all the time, me and my wife are like, what is going on? Like, he always has money and the nicest stuff.
But you've known him for 20 years.
Interesting.
And
I've known him since I was 7 years old.
Right. And so you never notice any flaws with this guy? I mean, like everything he does, I mean, he walks through a room and the flowers just arrange themselves. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, he's just amazing. I mean, you wouldn't expect anything out of him, but I always watch this stuff on TV. It's like the perfect person's always doing something wrong.
Yeah, that's the person that you find out is like the mass murderers with like 25 women under his belt that he's killed or something.
No, hold on a second. See, Danielle, this is where shame on us.
Why?
Shame on us for true. Shame on us for thinking if someone is seemingly perfect that they have to have something awful like a head in their freezer.
I always think it, especially celebrities. I'm like, that one goes home and kicks puppies.
No,
I
stop.
know it.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so Brad, I mean, and you don't know what he does for a living, and all right.
We just said the same celebrity that goes home and kicks puppies, and we high-fived.
Who's that?
Can we say?
Well,
no, we can't say. We're going to piss too many people off if we say it.
No. Okay, so Brad, Do you think it's okay? Is it healthy to be good friends with someone and you really have no clue who they are? Or
Yeah, I think so, because, I mean, what's the worst that can happen? If something happens, I just never knew.
I don't know.
Yeah.
They could boil you like a bunny on the
no,
stove.
you know what happens? He's the one on the news that they interview, and he goes, I don't know. He seemed like the nicest guy.
He's the nicest neighbor.
Yeah.
The nicest neighbor we ever had. All right, Brad, good luck with that. Let us know if you find out a flaw, because we need to hear about it.
Oh, thank you. I've been trying to get on here for years. Thank you,
Well,
Elvis.
thank you for listening to us. What's up, Frog?
Oh, I just think that when you see somebody who's perfect and then you meet their significant other and they're perfect too, and neither one of them fight. I'm like, wait a second. You guys never argue? Oh, no, we never have a fight. I'm like, dude, it's either a lot of pent-up energy or I don't believe it.
Look
One
at
or
us.
the other.
See, once again, we're saying they're totally flawed because we see no flaws.
Yes.
Two perfect people can't find each other. That's
But
not possible.
I think we're the problem. I think we need to grow up and understand there can be some people who are close to perfect. Hello, Christina. How's it going?
Just fine, thanks. Good morning.
Well, good morning, and thanks for listening. So you were in the book club, and there was a woman in your book club. You thought she was perfect, but what?
Well, I've known her pretty much since I was a teenager, and she's just one of these women who, her hair is perfect, her appearance is perfect, her home is beautiful. And I think, God, over and over, she just lands it. Everything goes her way. She's got this husband with lovely manners, her children with lovely manners. So we're all at her book club, or we're at her house for book club one night, and sitting around the dining room table, blah, 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 having lots of laughs, and in walks her husband, completely hammered, completely drunk, and he had just been out after work, and he wouldn't leave the group. He came in to talk to us, and he wouldn't leave. And he's a perfectly congenial drunk, but was very drunk.
Yeah.
And I thought, this is her deal. This is what she has to deal with, because he just went out. He's like, I just stopped out with a couple of friends after work, acting as if it was no big deal. And I thought, she's got to deal with this guy coming home, being drunk, and being a big pain in the, because he wouldn't stop talking and he wouldn't leave the group.
Right. So in other words, you're thinking that, just because she has this facade of perfection, there are issues behind the wall. Yeah. Okay. Good.
Absolutely. I tell my kids that all the time. I'm like, never wish for anybody else's life because you don't know what the real story is.
Very good point.
That is true.
And look, see, and we're validated. Now we know perfection doesn't exist.
It's not real.
Shame on us.
I felt so much better seeing that weak moment.
Oh, God.
I feel so much better about myself.
That's awful. All right, Christina, thank you for listening. Thank you so much. Finally, we talked to Aaron. Hi, Aaron.
Hi, how are you guys?
We're doing well. Thank you for listening. So your coworker looks perfect, like perfect makeup. She always slays it, right?
Absolutely.
So, and what'd you find out about the perfect friend?
Uh-oh.
So we hung out for the first time, and we were pretty good friends for a while. And I remember just sitting in her living room. We were talking just about whatever. And I don't even know how it came up, but she said, oh, yeah, I don't shower.
Huh?
And I remember being so incredibly stunned. I was just like, oh.
She doesn't bathe at all?
No, and I said, why? Why is that? She said, I just don't like the feeling of that water on my back and all this stuff. And I was like, what the heck? What's going on right now?
Well, so, I've heard from several beauty experts that the less you wash your face, the less you wash your hair, your face and your hair look better.
Yes.
So,
I guess so, but you would
did she smell?
No, and she never, no. That's why I was like, I don't understand what's going on here, but it grossed me out so much. I can't. Yeah, I was stunned.
Yeah.
So she's not perfect.
No.
No.
She's stinky.
But if she never showers and never smells, perhaps she is perfect.
Exactly. Damn it.
I know.
Yeah.
Now this is making me mad. Now I'm mad at this lady.
Why are you mad?
Why are you mad? Because this lady never showers. She never washes her hair, and she's perfect.
She's perfect.
This makes me mad. All right, Aaron, thank you very much. All right, so whoever it is you're out there, we judge people because of their flaws. So shame on us for judging people on being perfect.
Oh, of course. Shame on us for judging at all, for the most part. I mean, just let people live. But when they're perfect, it's annoying.
It is.
Elvis Duran in the morning show. Elvis Duran in the morning show.
I put the I put the thought into it thinking, who am I having a beef with that I really should talk to again?
Yeah.
I can't think of anyone. Is there someone you can remind me without telling me out loud?
You're having a beef with.
Yeah, a beef is a mutual. Like, they have a problem with me, I have a problem with them. So
Mutual. That's the tough part because I feel like a lot of times we have beef with people who don't have a beef with us.
Right.
They just did something they were supposed to be doing.
And they're totally oblivious.
Yeah. And
Right.
we're like holding this flame like, I hate you. So
Right, I've got one-sided beeves.
Yeah.
Beeves.
A one-sided beef.
I've got a one-sided beef with somebody who we all know, but I have no intent on working it out with that person. Zero whatsoever.
Hello, Danielle. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing very well. So, who are you beefing with? Tell me the story.
I am beefing with my sister-in-law.
When's the last time you talked to your sister-in-law?
It's been over 5 years.
Oh, that's a beef.
Whoa.
Now, is she beefing back? I mean, does she have a problem with you as you have a problem with her?
Well, I confronted her about it, and she pretty much denied everything. So, I mean, I just have absolutely nothing to say to her because she won't admit what she basically tried to ruin my marriage with my husband, telling him that I was cheating on him, that I was going around behind his back, which is absolutely not true. And she knew that that was like his hot button, that was what it would take to get him to leave me. And luckily he chose to believe me. And I mean, I see her every 2 weeks at his family night, and we have yet to speak. It's been 5 years.
Wow. Now, so this is your set up the family tree here. She's married to your brother?
She is married to my husband's brother.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
So, do you think it's time to move on, or is this a beef that just can't be unbeefed? Unboofed. What's the word? Unboofed.
Beefed.
Unbeefed. Like, what do you think?
I'll tell you. If she would just say she's sorry, I would gladly, because we both have children around the same age, and I mean, they play with each other, at the family night every 2 weeks.
And does the whole family know that you guys are in this situation?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So it's kind of weird for everyone.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But she's right. That's the whole thing, is that if the person that I have a beef with, if he would say, I'm sorry, I realized that I was wrong and I wasn't nice, then I would get over it. But he's never going to say that, so then it's never going to be over.
Well, right. And does your sister-in-law firmly still believe that you cheated on your husband and that you should have been called out?
I don't really know. I mean, she's kind of let it go. So, I mean, she's kind of proven herself to the entire family to be pretty unstable. So
yeah, okay, there you go. You know what's kind of weird about this? It seems like after 5 years, the original beef is now a different beef.
Oh, yeah.
It was anger and it was being very upset 5 years ago, and now it's just like I just don't want anything to do with them.
It evolves.
It's well-aged beef.
Yeah, it is. It's well-aged beef.
It is.
I don't know. I guess this is a situation where there probably isn't an end to this.
Maybe not.
It's always going to be like this.
And I also always want to know, like, what was the root? What started all of it? Why didn't she like you in the first place? What did you do?
Well, yeah. Why did she have a problem with you? It's just like, ugh, people like that. All right. Well, good luck with that, Danielle. This is a card we cannot pull out of the mud. I wish I could. Here, let me get
Some
Cambry.
beef is unsquashable.
You're right. Hello, is this Cambry?
yeah.
So you had beef with someone for 3 years, thought you'd never talk to them again, and it was like really ugly. But now you guys you're cool.
Yeah, we're like great friends. She's my boss, actually. And I feel like I can talk to her about anything, too. Like, I have her in my phone as, like, mom. Honestly, she has been, like, life-changing for me ever since I came back to her. And honestly, we had a falling out a few years ago, and we don't really even remember what it was about. We just finally met back up at we're horse trainers together. So we met back up later on, and yeah, she's changed my life for the better, honestly.
Look at that. So
Nice.
I love the fact that you guys had such a serious, sloppy fight and you don't even remember why.
Yeah, for sure.
Wow. There you go.
See, I think if you don't remember why, then you should squash it. But if you have a vivid memory about this is why you upset me and I can't get over it, like myself,
right,
then it should be allowed to continue.
I mean, we really did. But honestly, later on, we just realized that there's really no point in holding a grudge about it. So
I got it. Yeah, Frog.
It's like the person I have a beef with, I found out a lot of other people don't like him, and they have beef with him too. So then that verifies that I don't like him, and that other people don't like him. So then therefore, then I'm right by not liking him.
Okay.
Right?
Gotcha. I think
nobody else likes him.
I know, but
Got to be a reason.
yeah, poor guy. I'm always the guy who always befriends the people everyone else hates.
Oh, don't do that.
Like Nate, for instance.
No, I love Nate.
I love Nate too.
I love Nate. Nate, I'm the only one that likes you.
I know.
All right. Hey, Cambry, thanks for calling. And so it's okay. It's okay to, I mean, who was the first to like stop the fight between you two?
Honestly, I walked up to her at a horse show and I was like, "Hey, how you been?" But she was always really great about whenever we met up at horse shows. She'd always be like, "Hey, hope everything's going good." And just for 3 years, it was kind of, we just weren't talking. It was just a mutual agreement to not be in touch with each other.
Yeah, but did you actually have the conversation? Hey, why were we mad at each other? I mean, or did you just let it go and move on?
I walked up to her. I finally texted her one day and I'd apologized. And I was like, "I'm so sorry for everything that happened. And I really wish that I still had you around." And she was like, "You know what? Come back and work for me." I was like,
Wow.
"Okay."
See, I like that. All right, that's cool. See, happy ending there. All right, Cambry, beef can be resolved or dissolved. What do you do with beef? And I love that you had beef, but you work with horses. There's some weird, creepy thing going on there.
Yeah,
all right, thanks for calling, Cambry.
Yeah, thanks so much.
Now, yes.
I have a beef, actually. It's one-sided, and it's a beef toward me, but I would like to squash it with an ex-boyfriend of mine. I wish that we could just be friends and be cool and like a good place to be like, hey, what's going on? We don't need to have long conversations, but I'm positive that if I ran into him today, he would walk the other way or run or scream or call 911.
Yeah, because he knows he did something wrong.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is. But I would like to squash that one.
Hello, Stormy.
Hey.
We're going to go through this quickly, but I had to get you on here because this happens a lot. When you think you're doing the right thing to help out someone else who you feel is being cheated on or whatever, you end up being the enemy.
Always.
So you're beefing with your own brother, your flesh and blood, because you caught his fiance cheating on him and you confronted her, and now your brother hates you.
Yep.
Oh, no.
Because you got involved.
Yep. Well, she was sitting on this other guy's lap at the movie theater, in our hometown, so...
Who sits on people's laps at a movie theater? What's up with that?
Weirdos.
I know. I'm trashy much.
Okay, so you confronted her, and then she went to your brother, and then he said, screw you, and then he went further. He ended up calling the police on you?
Yeah, because he said I was harassing her. I'm like, I said one thing to her at the theater, and then I texted him, and I sat my ass down because I didn't want to start a fight at the movies. I already paid for my ticket.
What movie was it?
Zombieland.
Movie for cheaters.
No wonder you're fighting. All right, well, thank you, Stormy. Are you ever going to be friends with your brother again? Or did he marry her?
Not yet, but I really hope he doesn't because this isn't the first time we've caught her cheating on him. Ooh. So.
Wow. All right, well, sometimes your brother has to learn his own lesson. You got to stay out. You know what? So I have found every time I've tried to help someone I see being wronged, I end up being yelled at.
Yes, you
and
always
I'm
do.
the enemy. So sometimes you got to let people learn their lesson. Stormy, best of luck, and go see better movies. And thanks for listening to us.
Yep.
All right, take it easy.
Elvis Duran and the Morning Show.
Minding my own business last night, I feel my phone vibrate. Oh, text. Let me check the text. It's Nate asking the question, if your nipple could supply on any liquid on demand anytime, whenever you wanted it, what would it be?
Yeah.
In other words, Nate, where'd you come up with this question? Where's Nate?
I'm right here. I was just thinking, because I like liquids, right? I like a lot of different liquids.
We all have our own opinions about liquids. Yeah, go ahead.
But I used to love orange juice and then grape juice. Now I'm into this chocolate milk phase, and I'm thinking, why run to the store all the time to buy chocolate milk if my nipple could just supply it? I know that's not physically possible, but I just started to think, whoa.
Hey. Enough with the negativity. I bet, you know what? I bet you could figure out a way to re-plumb your nipples to turn into chocolate milk.
If that was possible, somebody would have already done it. I mean, be real. But then I started thinking, what would everybody want to come out of their nipple anytime they wanted it? What's their favorite liquid? And then, I also like soft serve ice cream, but Gandhi said that was cheating. Whatever.
Nah, that's not liquid,
cheating.
really. Gandhi,
Yes.
if you could produce any liquid out of your nipple at any moment of the day, what would it be?
In a dream world, because I have two, I would like one to produce hot sauce and the other to produce pink lemonade. Yeah.
They have nothing in common. I love that.
No, nothing.
That's kind of fabulous. What about you, Danielle? Your nipples. What do you want to spurt out of your nipple? I love the word spurt, by the way.
I can't say I can't say cupcake frosting, right? Because that's not technically a liquid. Okay.
Nah.
So then
a little too thick.
So then one would have to be Malibu rum on one side. And then the other side, I'd have to do a Dunkin' Donuts iced caramel latte because I have a lot of those.
So specific.
I know. But to have that handy at all hours of the day.
That'd be nice. And I have my own milk for that.
For my left nipple will be vodka.
Okay. Yeah.
And my right nipple will be vodka. Absolute and Tito's.
Okay.
Because Alex loves Absolute, so I could always have a nipple of Absolute for him, and then Tito's for me.
That's very nice.
Froggy, let's say your nipples could give us a liquid. What liquid would we get from your nipples?
On my right side, I would do Gatorade Zero because I love my Gatorade Zero. When I'm thirsty and it's hot, I would always just have a supply of it. And on the other side, believe it or not, I would do red wine vinegar.
Really?
Whoa. So you could always make a salad?
I could always make a salad at any time. I don't like balsamic vinegar. I like red wine vinegar. Sometimes restaurants don't have it. I'd be able just to pull my shirt up, just put it right there on my salad.
Garrett says tequila on one side and a splash of cranberry on the other. It can't just be like a pure stream of cranberry. It has to be a splash. People are texting in, I want Busch Light coming out of my nipples. Gas out of one and Red Bull out of the other. Oh, that's nice.
Gas.
People are upset that I'm using the word liquid. Is liquid up there with moist? Is that a bad word? Liquid?
No.
No, I don't mind liquid. Liquid's nowhere near as bad.
This person
Fluid would have been
yes.
gross.
Yeah, I don't want fluid. Gatorade out of your nipple?
Yep.
Anyway, let's go talk to Charlie on line 24. Hello, Charlie.
Hello.
Charlie, if we could put a glass under your nipples and any liquid that you desired would come out for us, what would that be?
I would have to say, with my obsession with either A1 sauce or lemon Snapple.
Yes. Yeah.
All right. A1 or lemon Snapple. Is that what you said?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm in.
Absolutely.
All right. It's kind of funny. I think the obvious answer here that we're all missing out on is ketchup.
Oh.
Ketchup in the nipple would be kind of nice. I needed a third nipple. All right. Thank you, Charlie. Charlie, you and your A1 sauce and lemon Snapple nipples have a beautiful day, okay?
Oh, we will. Thank you.
Could you imagine how weird eating out is going to be if everybody has liquid coming out of their nipples? Like this guy's just going to get a steak and then, his shirt's off and he's squirting.
Oh, I know. And you're gonna spot your blouse. It's going to be a mess.
Exactly.
Yes, Gary, what?
I've been cooking a lot lately, so I'm thinking olive oil out of one side, right into the pan, and chocolate pudding right into a cup.
I like that.
It's not a liquid, though.
It is a liquid. Chocolate pudding.
No, it's not.
No. Chocolate pudding is not a liquid.
All right, then Kool-Aid.
Now, if you could make your butt dispense any sort of thing, that's where the chocolate pudding could come from.
No, I'm not eating
No,
that.
how would you ever know what it is? You wouldn't know that you wouldn't know which was which.
Yeah, you got to do the sniff test.
Come again?
Elvis Duran in the Morning Show.
All right, show's done. Let's get out of here. Until next time, say peace out, everybody.
Peace out, everybody.